Hello and welcome to This Board Game Life. I'm your host, Mark, and today I'm unboxing some old games that are brand new to me, and I just arrived today, actually. But something I was interested in, that's Hostage Negotiator and Hostage Negotiator Crime Wave, Terror in the Streets. And so, yeah, I know they're older, but we're gonna take a look at them anyways. And maybe it's something that you never heard of, or you have, again, I like to look at some older stuff, and these really interested me, and I'll explain why in a minute. But in Hostage Negotiator, you play the part of a law enforcement agent responsible for negotiating the release of hostages taken by an unscrupulous figure hell-bent on having his or her demands met. Each turn in the game represents a conversation between you and the hostage taker. You'll play cards and roll dice to increase conversation points, decrease the threat level, and release hostages. Hostage Negotiator uses a unique hand-building mechanism that puts cards you purchase directly into your hand for next turn, rather than leaving you wondering when the cards will show up like in deck-building games. In Hostage Negotiator, there are multiple paths to victory, but the hostage taker has other plans. Will you try to calm him and get him to surrender? Will you stall and bide your time before sending in the team for a major extraction? How many hostages will you save? These are many of the exciting decisions you will make in a game of Hostage Negotiator. Now, in Crime Wave, a standalone expansion to the original game, each turn represents a conversation between you and the hostage taker. You play cards and roll dice to increase conversation points, just like I mentioned in the previous game. This Crime Wave version still uses the same hand-building mechanisms found in the original game, but it features new conversation cards, new terror cards, new pivotal events, and an all-new abductors, each with new rules and new demands. It can be played right out of the box and also expands the original Hostage Negotiator game. Crime Wave comes in a box that fits all release content for Hostage Negotiator to date, with room for more. This game was designed by AJ Porfirio. The art is by Vanessa Kelly, Chase Williams, Evan Derrick, Christy Kirisberg, Ivan Pushkov. These games are published by Van Ryder Games. Again, the original Hostage Negotiator came out 2015, and Crime Wave came out 2017. This is for ages 15 and up. It is a solo game, one player only, and plays in 15 to 30 minutes. So before we go to the table, I do ask that you do hit that like and subscribe button, and also hit that bell icon so you never miss any content when we're dropping new stuff. All right, so let's go to the table. So one thing that's interesting is this, I don't believe contain, because it did say it contains in that thing I read from BGG. I don't believe it contains the original game, but I hope not. Hopefully I didn't buy a second copy that included all the original plus more. I guess we'll find out. I took it as it says it's a standalone. All right, let me double check. Where did I read that? It's a standalone expansion. So, which means it should not include the stuff from the first game. But why I was really interested in this looks like it's very much, especially this one. You look at the back of the box. This looks very similar to Final Girl, which is real popular. Van Ryder does Final Girl series. And I think that this is either taken parts of that from Final Girl or reverse, or Final Girl is kind of built onto this. But I wanted to try it out. It looked very interesting. All right. So we've got our rule book here with everything laid out. Let's see. Hostage Negotiator Tableau. Conversation cards. So I'm looking like we're going to be, this really reminiscent of Final Girl. And it probably, this board here, wherever you're here, is going to determine how many dice you're rolling. So if you're familiar with Final Girl, then this should be pretty much the same thing. You're rolling dice to do certain conversations and doing certain things. So I would imagine this is going to be a really hard game and not an easy one, because Final Girl certainly is not an easy game. But it should be a lot easier to set up and a lot faster to play. This is it. This is all that's in this box. So, I got extra baggies. I'm not sure why. Maybe for the cards, because everything's already in a baggie. But here's this board. So you've got your abductor card. So if eliminated, I guess it's going to go in the demand cards. Will go here and here. So face down equals unrevealed. Face up equals revealed. The abductor card here, if eliminated, replace with second in command card or remove all demand cards from play. You're probably going to start right here on the phone, I would imagine, the little conversation thing. And these what you use to buy the cards. However you are here buys cards. So yeah, very, very, very much Final Girlish. So same type of nice big chunky dice. These are the same type of. These are the victims in Final Girl. These are just a little bit bigger than in Final Girl. And we'll just take a peek at some of the different cards that come in the game. I think this will be fun to play. I do like Final Girl. It's just, there's a lot to it, a lot of setup, and it's so hard. It's one of those, it's tough to keep tabled all the time, especially when I play here and I've got then I need to stream a game. It's like, okay, I got to put everything away. All right, so we've got Terror Pivotal Event cards. We have Terror cards. We have some Escape demands, Major demands, Second in Command. She's cute, isn't she? Oh, so these are, I guess, these three people. Here's the Second in Command card. I'm assuming these people are your hostage takers, and then you've got all your conversation cards. So let's just take a peek. So again, like here, you're going to roll the dice. You're going to be limited to rolling dice depending on where you are on this chart. So should probably this red token will sit out here somewhere. Yeah, on the rest of the yellows, and then your little blue one here. So the little red guy here will start on this board and move up and down, and the further it moves up, and the fewer dice you get to roll. So you want to keep it down, and then you have more dice. But if you're rolling 2 badges, it's going to be +3, which I don't know what the +3 is for, but on the badge, +3 on the badge. But anyways, well, it'll do different things. Let's see what else. So again, the higher up you have to hit, you're going to roll so many dice. And you get to roll your dice, and then it's like your dice will let you do. So there's your shields. This probably means with the 2 little cards that you can discard 2 cards to re-roll one of the dice. That's how it is in Final Girl. But these are going to do the different things and move the meter plus or minus, it looks like. -1 on that meter. There's a plus. So there's a bunch of different cards here. And that's what this is basically your hand that you're going to play. The numbers down here, 0 probably means that's the starters, I would imagine. That's the starter cards. They don't cost you anything to put in your hand. But then you've got to spend these points, these conversation points, to buy cards. So this one is worth 1. That one costs you 2. There's some that cost 3. There's one costs you 8. So looks interesting. All right, so we've got some major demands. Wire $10 million. You're going to spend 4, whatever that is, 4 golf balls to concede during any conversation for two hostages, maybe. So might be conceding points, might be conceding conversation points to get things. Tarot cards, I'm assuming this is going to be them doing things. The situation is worsening. It's going to go up on here. You're going to lose conversation ability +2. This is going nowhere. Looks like someone's going to get, if any unrevealed demands, go up 1. Moment of weakness. Draw and resolve the next red tarot card. So try to save your hostages. And then these are some pivotal events. Place your highest cost conversation card back in the available area with no effect. I'm not buying it. Change the plans. Get to the point. Last chance. Make it quick. Human shield. I see you for what you are. And then you've got your these must be your 3 baddies that you're fighting. And then there's a second command, I guess, of the abductor. So if the abductor's eliminated, then you got to go with the second. Fight the second in command. So that's it. All right. So that is that game. Let's put these back and open up the other box and see what's in the other box. Not sure what these baggies are for. There's really nothing to bag up. All right, so let's look at Crime Wave, a much larger box. Much larger. And look at that. So it's interesting how it went from this little game to, it must have been pretty popular, I would imagine, because to go from just kind of a smaller release to this big honking box. I mean, what's in here? Just got, oh, maybe there's little miniatures? I don't think so. I don't see that it says that. Well, let's find out. All right. How to pack your game. Thank you, Van Ryder. Thank you. Any game that comes with a whatchamacallit, an insert to pack your game should have an explanation. Oh, there's our abductor packs. You can buy packs. Abductor packs and demand packs sold separately, so you can buy more cards to add to it. All right. So this expands upon the original game, but it's also completely playable with everything in the box. This is your first experience. You will soon start as the protagonist in a pseudo-cinematic, tense and thrilling experience that plays out like a Hollywood hostage movie, all in under 30 minutes. If you're familiar with the first game, these rules are very much the same. Most of the common variation in play coming from new cards included in the set. Veterans can skip ahead to read about alert markers, which are new, and the optional rules for combining cards from both games. Here we go. A word about the box. So you may be surprised by the size of the box, but there's a reason it is so large. The original Hostage Negotiator game comes in a compact box just large enough to hold the components from the base game and the first 4 abductor packs, which are card packs that expand the game. One of our goals with Hostage Negotiator Crime Wave was to make sure the box could hold all of the content for the entire product line. We've designed the Hostage Negotiator Crime Wave box so that you can keep the more portable Hostage Negotiator box directly inside of it. The smaller box is great to keep around for travel. Oh, okay. All right. So, board. I feel like I'm missing a page. There we go. So, going through the setup and tips on how to play. Examples. I like when they do examples. Conversation phase, the spend phase. It's always nice when a rule book has examples. So here you go. There's the rule book. Building a custom red terror card set and a custom conversation set. Oh, so you can make custom sets and demand cards, saved hostages. This is a bigger board. Might end up using this one. Hostage pool, killed hostages, kind of like that it's a bigger board. All right. Hostage Negotiator. Abductor profiles. So, how to use your abductor pack card packs. Okay, well, we'll look through that later. Where is... All right, so we want to go to the contents page. Or did they not? They don't have one? Oh, it's right here. So we've got some little red wooden, little tiny wooden something. What is there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of these. 10 orange. Those are orange. Okay. 10 orange alert markers. We have our 20 yellow hostage pieces, 1 threat level, 1 conversation, blue conversation pointer. So that's the same as from the other game, the original. Then, of course, our dice. 5 dice. And we have cards. It looks like, look at that. Boop. Just sit right there. I like that. Boy, that'll take up less shelf space, too. All right. Take a peek at some of the cards. These hostage negotiator. These are different. Oh, so these are what do you call it? Like filing cards, conversation cards for hostage negotiator. So I can take my stuff out for the hostage negotiator and put them here. Then here's conversation cards for crime wave. So miscellaneous terror cards. So it tells you which cards are going to go in each little section. So you can, oh yeah, all the characters. So I can slot everything, put all the cards in here and have them all separate. Whoops. That's nice. So I can actually take everything out of here, like the cards and stuff, and just put it into the main box. And then I just open the main box here, the big box, and I can play any of the content. It's nice. I like that. So again, conversation cards. And I'm curious, you have a different person at the top that probably designates, and maybe the little gun designates the crime wave version. Terror. He's got the little red gun, so these are going to be for the crime wave version. The pivotal events, it's the same thing. I don't recall seeing those. More conversations. Second in command, and then some more hostage dudes. Or I should say perps. The bad dudes and dudettes. And escape demands. So, all right. I like that they got these little divider cards. This is nice. I'm going to put everything. That'll be what I do next after I stop the video. I'm going to sort the cards and put everything into the divider the way it's supposed to be. All right. So that's it for Hostage Negotiator. Hope you enjoyed that. A nice look at some kind of an older game, but could still be fun to this day. I'm sure it's going to be. Do hit that like button, hit that subscribe for us, and hit that bell icon so you never miss any content. And check back in again. I will be doing a solo play of this sometime in the future, and you can watch it right here. Thanks so much. We'll see you at the table.